Hello everyone, remember this guy? It's Akai GX-73, and finally I was able to continue working on it. And last time I didn't film, but I had to fix direct drive motor was not starting every time, so I replaced it two capacitors right here, reassembled, and it starts every time now. Everything works pretty fine. Then the second issue was one channel didn't work, even if you see on indicator both channels. Right, on the output we had just one channel, so I disassembled the board. I was testing potentiometers, and I had to remove one from here, and it appears that the back plate has a crack somewhere here, and this prevents sound to come through. So there is resistance between the left and middle part when we are rotating, so I can see how it's changing, but there is completely, this right pin is completely disconnected and don't provide the signal to go through. So that's where I ordered the set of 10 kilo ohm resistors from Amazon, the best one they had, it's most expensive one. And I pull out this back board, and I hope to replace it there, and it should start working, because this long shaft is pretty hard to find anymore. And we've been lucky that it was a rear plate, not the front one, which is technically almost not possible to replace, because we have to remove this shaft from here to get access, and it's assemble at the back. It's almost not possible. I've been trying before. All right, so let me do this work, and I see you pretty soon. Hello everyone, finally long wait is ended. So I tried to restore this pot, and I used the plate, the board from the other pot, but it appears that there's a difference within the sliding pin here. So on the other design it was not connecting well in the end position, so it was working fine in between, but when you get to the start or to the end, it was fully disconnecting. And that's where I decided that this setup is not usable and will not live well. So what I did, I ordered brand new pots. It took a while to get them, but finally I have them. And I'm also mentioned that this volume pot doesn't work well either. So it looks like there was some issue with transportation. When during shipping it's being hit, this pots here over these knobs, and we get broken this pot, and this pot on the one of the channels get shorted and don't adjust anymore. It always shows full range. All right, so I will just install these new brand pots here. The one which for 50K has a different layout for the legs, but I will adjust. I will bend them in the proper position and make sure that they fit. All right, now let me do it, and we should be good. I'm already replaced capacitors. You've seen those polymer cups, so they are getting tired over the years and don't work well. All right, so see you soon. All right everyone, we're playing pretty fine. All right, so just song ended. What else I mentioned? So I'm so tired with this deck. Yeah, here plays nice. A new pot worked well. Okay, new pot here works well. right? But this port, even after DXC dies in it, it's still like left channel, you see, it's crumbling. Right channel works well, but left channel is not good. I'm not sure. This port has like a center point. If I will install this port, it doesn't have center point. It would be pretty hard to understand where the center is. Alright, and buttons. Now, here, they don't work from every time. So okay, all buttons needs to be replaced as well. Way too much for this deck. Like so many issues. But it's placed super well, super nice. I'm so happy. All frequencies are there. Very high frequencies and so on. Everything is in there. So probably it worth to complete restoration. Let me finish it and let's see together how it will perform. Here guys, I'm just installing the second port here. And I had to use the wire connections. Because I tried like with one port, tried to bend, trying like to mill the pins, even tried to solder and it didn't work well, so it's don't do good contacts. All right, so that's to show you how much work needs to be done. Like we need to unscrew ports from front side, we need to remove those two boards fully, disconnect these three like flat wires, unscrew the board, remove the back panel, remove the board, do work, and then assemble again. And it's probably fifth or sixth time with this deck, so it's very time consuming. Alright, so these designs Akai decided to go with, like they're not very sustainable, like it's pretty hard to get them fixed. Alright, see you soon. Okay everyone, after everything, it finally works. I installed new port here, so now we adjust with new port. You see no issues. And balance, it's a new port. No issues between channels. We can adjust evenly. And new port on the volume. The only port I didn't have is the bias, but we will check if it works properly. Also, I'm installing new Amron buttons, which I'm ordered from DGK, and that's a number if you would need to find the replacement, and that's the old buttons. I will dispose them now because they don't work good anymore, don't work well. All right, now let's see, play back. We can change volume, everything is clean. Good, finally. And like, you would not believe me, even after I assembled everything, there was one more issue. Everything was working except one channel on the indicator stopped working. And the root cause was a cold solder on the board with this volume pot. Because on the output, it was even, everything was fine. But indicator one channel didn't work, so I pulled out this port with the board, so it has small board, and I found that one of the wire, which goes right here, this thick one, get cold solder, and it just pop up from the board and was like free. All right, so now let's see. Let me check if it's records. If it do, so I will close everything. And we will start tuning this deck. See you soon. Okay, it's record, but here is one more problem. You see, Norman metal lights at the same time. So this switch I need to clean it up. See, it's record's not even between left and right, so we need to tune it up. And that's how it records. All right. But it's pretty close to what we need, like 1-2 decibels, that's what we can adjust, it should be fine. And I check it up, the bias is adjusts, you see, it's changing, so this port works. Now I need to clean the switch and we'll assemble and meet you right there. Alright everyone, and here is the final tuned product. Everything is ready. Everything works. Sorry, I just was cleaning and polishing it a little bit from the top. Yeah, I see, not always close by itself. That's the issue of all Akai decks. Alright, so what I need to do, fast forward, quite an easy, rewind, fast forward, plays pretty well. So 1, 2, 3 pots new, and this pot works perfectly fine. I check it. So you might see finally everything works. It took like so much time due to like parts. I've been waiting. It's quite hard to find parts. So if you will be looking into this series of decks, make sure that all pods work. If they don't buy these decks, because like it's a second deck. You remember I restored GX-93 and this one GX-73, and both decks has pods which didn't work. All right, I had to fix or replace. That would be it. So it performs pretty well. Like it records metal tapes to 20 kilohertz, fine, and like Chrome up to 18, I believe, and Type 1 up to 17, pretty fine, without significant issues. All right. So if you're interested, let me know. I will be selling. So thank you. Thanks for your attention. Like it's been probably long and boring video, but now you know like how to deal with these decks, and I hope you learned something. So stay tuned to my channel. We will learn more. Thank you. See you soon. Bye bye.